I've broken one of my New Year's resolutions. I'm not proud of it, but it happened nonetheless. And technically, I'm not gonna lie, it's not fully my fault because I was actually using a gift voucher. So technically, I didn't break my own rule, but let me tell you the story. So as you know from one of my early videos that I posted, I had vowed that in 2023, I was gonna read all the books that I had yet to finish, and before buying any new books I had to get through that pile. But as one of my Christmas gifts, I received a gift voucher which I can redeem in like WH Smith, Waterstones, etc. And so I went to town the other day and I used my gift voucher to purchase 3 books. So it pretty much covered the cost of 2 of those books, and then I topped up £12 for the other part of the payment. But let's do a mini haul of the books that I purchased at Waterstones. I'm quite excited about these. So the first book is a really popular book that everybody's been talking about the last few weeks, and that is Prince Harry's book Spare. So I got the hardback version of this. It says it's half price, so rather than be £28, it was £14. And I don't think I need to go into what this book is about, because unless you've been living on a rock, you know Prince Harry has published a memoir really talking about all of his experiences as royal, what has happened before he left the royal family, afterwards, all of that good stuff. So all of the tea is in this book. I'm really excited to read it and check it out because the people that I've spoken to who have made a start reading this have enjoyed it. So the next 2, I was actually influenced by Jack Edwards and his channel. So he was talking about some of the books that he really enjoyed reading in 2022, and he mentioned these 2 books. So I was like, of course I have to go and buy the books myself and to check them out. And so I purchased Electra here, which is by Jennifer Saint, and it is a Greek mythology book. So it's a retelling of some famous stories, I think. I can remember what the rest of the book was about, but I love books about Greek mythology. I love the ones that are written about women, because a lot of the existing Greek mythology centers men and talks about things from their perspective. So this is another really good book that centers women, like Circe. That was another one that I really enjoyed, by Madeline Miller. And so I was really excited to check out this one and see what it's about. And then the last book that I got has a super interesting title. I think that's probably what hooked me into purchasing it, and it is Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. So those are my 3 book purchases, my first 3 books for 2023. I'm excited to read them all. I'll start off with Electra, and then I'll do Spare, and then I'll do Everybody in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, and then I'll carry on reading the rest of my books that I mentioned in my last video that I need to finish off. So I'm going to use the Sunday as a chance to reset, realign, and restart some of the habits that I had kickstarted a few weeks ago. And one of those things is that I am working on my fitness. I set a goal, and you're going to hear it first, but basically I signed up for a half marathon in the summer. So I'm starting my training for this half marathon, and leading up to this I've just been increasing my fitness and trying to work out a bit more. But today's my first run because my trainers arrived just over a week ago, so I'll actually be running with proper trainers, which I really wanted to use because that's how you get injuries if you don't have a proper footwear. And so I'm going to do a really short route. I'm going to mix between walking and running. I'm just not going to overextend myself. I'm just trying to work into my routine running and then slowly increase my running goals after that. So before I head out for a run, it is -2, so I'm trying to find the balance between layering up but also making sure that I can breathe and I won't over sweat whilst doing this run. So once again, learn and see. I need to get some proper running clothes, but I didn't want to be holding myself back on starting this journey because I felt like I needed to have everything ready. So not just the footwear, but the clothing, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to figure out the clothing as we go along. So my running outfit at the moment is consistent of this quarter length fleece, and then I've got my leggings, my running shoes, and I'm thinking about wearing a gilet, but I don't know if that's just like overdoing it. I don't know if I'm just thinking it's going to be super cold compared to what it actually will be. So I think I'll sort of test it out because I'll do more walking this route than running. So I think a gilet would help me when I'm walking, and so it's a bit colder, so I'll carry that. That's my first one done. It actually felt really good. I mainly focused on walking, breathing, and then I ran for about 12 minutes out of the half an hour that I did, and then like power walked the rest of it. That's like the longest that I've ran continuously for a really long time, so I was just proud of that. And I also had to be really careful because it's so icy. The temperature here in the UK is like -2 degrees, so I also did not want to slip and hurt myself, so I just took it slow. The thought that I just had to myself was that this is the slowest I will ever run, this is the shortest distance I will ever run, and that's so exciting and so empowering. Like, if you look at things, especially big goals or starting something new, look at it as this is the slowest you'll ever be, this is the weakest you'll ever be, this is the shortest you'll ever run, and you're like, wow, I'm only going to get better from here. So keep that as a thought if you are making a start on a new journey, or if you're running like me, just know that that's the slowest you ever run, or that's the shortest you ever run. It's only onwards and upwards from this point. Eating my chocolate that I bought on holiday in Iceland, and also editing the Iceland vlog. I didn't realise that I had so much footage, so I'm just working my way through it and trying to add it all. So we'll see what happens. The rookie error that I made earlier today was I took a nap. I was meant to sleep for 20 minutes, but ask me why I woke up an hour and 20 minutes later. Each time I had an alarm go off every like 30 minutes, I'd hit the snooze button because I was just like, I'm not ready, I need to sleep more. So I'm going to carry on editing for really as long as I can. I think I'll aim for 6 p.m. and then might do a bit of cooking, but 6 p.m. And one thing I really want to do this evening is to actually make the time to read my book, make the time to do my Bible study, and just really unwind.